Bonjour and hello, welcome to this old French house. Okay, so obviously if you're going to be watching this, it's 2024, it's May, it's still raining. So this is a continuation of Sharon and Jason's video, so if you're new to the channel, you've got to go back into my videos, and obviously if you're an existing viewer, you might want to remind yourself. So if you go back to the last Sharon and Jason video, the basement conversion finished for now. This is a continuation of that project. So what will now follow is me going back to the project 3 years later. Well, I actually, right at the end of the video, I go back 3 years later to see the finished article, but this was filmed probably about 2 years ago, but then Jay just took forever to do like the last few things to finish it off. So I was always like, should I come out and do the last bit of video? And it's like, yeah, it'll be finished, but it never happened. So I just didn't release a video because it was just basically going to be an unfinished video vlog. So I finally went round there the other day, because, you know, like I said before, they are friends. So I went round there, did a little video, a bit of a catch-up to show the finished article. So anyway, less waffling as always, and on with the video. Bonjour. New video again. So we are back at Sharon and Jason's. You were supposed to fit that kitchen. Right, so we are going to be finishing off the last couple of rooms down in this basement. So this is going to be a snug, so that's going to be a TV room. That wall will be coming down, and so it will all be open plan. We are going to finish off this work here. We are going to be building a wall along here. There's going to be a false ceiling up there. We are going to be putting a drop ceiling in. We're going to be boarding this, pointing that in, putting some fake coins around there like in the earlier videos, pointing it all up, and basically making it all look nice and pretty. This will be a spare room, fitness room. As you can see, I've already started, so we've had the room totally cleared out. I've framed the ceiling out, I've framed the wall out. I'm now just going to fix some battens on there to take a bit of the movement out of the ceiling to make sure it's nice and rigid. So let's get started. Okay, that's this part of the ceiling all done. I've done a different system in here just because I thought it was going to be less labour intensive, which it was. Drilling into these block and beam floors was always difficult when we did it last time. So we've basically doubled up some stud, which spanned it. But obviously with a 3 metre span, there's a bit of flex, which we don't want. So every 1.2 metres, bit of wood, and then we've made up some brackets out of some of the metal. So that is now nice and rigid. So the next stage is working on sorting this. We've got a lot to overcome. We need access to various points. There's going to be some access panels getting put in. I've got to do a box in to allow that. There's a lot of stuff in the way. So yeah, wish me luck. Okay, I've been having a bit of a think, unusual for me. Basically, framing out this ceiling is going to be extremely difficult because of everything that's all in the way. I think the easiest thing to do is to build this wall up first, and then I've got something to work off of as opposed to thin air. So the first thing to do is I'm going to there's no electrics going there, so I'm going to insulate and board that wall, which then allows me to dot and dab onto that pillar there, which then allows me to start building the wall off of there, and it ties it all in nice. So let's get that insulated. Okay, that's done. I'll get this board all cut ready. We'll dab that on the walls. Okay, I've just prepped everything. I've cut the first board, got all the gear up together, so we get a mix on and dab that on and square it all up. Whoever built this chimney, it must have been a Friday afternoon job because it is extremely out of plumb. So I've got some packers to bring it out to depth. Okie dokie, that's that one done. We've now got to go around the corner, so we're just doing before and after on that, so I can't put the GoPro there, so we'll just get that boarded up so we'll come back when that's done. And that's that all done. So I've just got to cut that little bit off there. That's that box and sorted. It now means I can put a stud up there and try and lay the track and build this wall. So I'll scratch my head for a minute and then we'll get building that. Okay, it's a new day. All that's now obviously gone off. I've put a stud up there. I've put a stud up there. I've put the floor tack temporarily in place to transfer it. I am really struggling with getting a fixing in the ceiling. It's crap. I've basically put that bit of wood up, got a fairly decent one. Put that as a packer to get the track below this pipe work. So I'm now just about to put the top track and get that all fixed in place. Obviously I've got issues like, you know, literally look, there's no fixing there. I've got pipe work there. So it's very difficult, but I'll come back when I basically got everything in place. Okay, so I've just prepped this wall ready to go, so we'll quickly build it. Ta-ta! Right, what I've got to do is there's a wall over there that was always temporary. There's a door with it as well, so I'm going to take that door out, bring it over to here and get it fixed in place, so that way we can plumb it all up and then it'll be ready for boarding. So we'll come back when I'm ready for that. Okay, so as you can see, I went off and got the door frame. I've just put it in and plumbed it up and levelled it up, so that's all good. So we'll fix it into position. Right, I'll just get that all adjusted and we'll come back when that's done. Okay, that's that all sorted. These doors are shit. They can always be a pain in the butt sometimes. Considering it's factory made,
You think we've got no adjustment on that hinge. Yeah, it is what it is, and yet it's still rubbing there. I've tried moving it up and down and it's not freed it up, so we're going to have to plane it off at a later date. But what I'm going to do now is get this side plasterboarded, because we've got to do a boxing in to hide all this lower pipe work. So if I get that boarded, it gives me something to fix to, so I'm going to do that now. Right, as you can see, I've boarded that other side now and put a tiny little head in. That now means I can start to do this shallow boxing, which will hide all the pipes that are lower down that just can't be pushed up. So I'll start doing that now. Ta-ta! Right, I have technically finished the boxing that was required. So as you can see, I've put the return already boarded. There's a couple of leaks here, so that needs to be fixed. I think they want access hatches there as well, just because there's a stop valve there in case there's any other future leaks. At least they'll be able to see if it's actually happening, because obviously, as you can see, it's quite busy here. So until the plumber's been and sorted it, that'll be left now. I've now come into this section, so as you can see, the laser's set up. Same again, it's very busy. It's going to be very hard to get fixing, so I'm just going to run some batten along there and then rail it out. Try and fix a rail on that side, and then with span stud work across like that, I think that's going to be the easiest thing to do. So yeah, let's crack on. Okay, I've expertly framed up this ceiling. It wasn't too bad in the end. Literally, as you can see, I've just put some battens along the wall and then filled out over the little bits and pieces to get it over the necessary bits of pipe work. But that is now all nice and level. We've got a few junction boxes, a few fuse boards and stuff we've got to contend with, so we've got to put in a few access panels. We're now going to be waiting on the sparky to get this wired before we can close this up. So there's not much point doing anything else at this particular moment in time. So what I'm going to do is, this window is going to come out. So we're going to take this window out. We've got a brand new window that's going in. It's a little bit smaller, so I'm going to have to put a bit of wood that side, a little bit of wood that side. Then we'll fix the frame in, foam it in, fix it in, glue it in, shutter it in, and any other ins that I can think of, and then we will make it look pretty. So there, let's watch this space. Oakley dokley, we're all set, all my tools are ready. Let's get this window out. Okay, so I've offered the window frame up. We've got approximately 80mm to make up. Now luckily the wood we've got is 38mm each, which gives us a tolerance of 4mm. Randomly, I checked the reveals and they are extremely plumb, which is fantastic news. So what I'm going to do now is just fix a bit of wood on both sides, and then that will allow the frame to slide in nice. A couple of packers, fix it in, then we'll be ready to put the glazing back in. Oakley dokley. Right, I've put this bit of wood down purely as a packer so the window sits where it needs to be. I've glued with a neoprene glue all the way underneath, so that will seal that and stop any bugs coming in as a first defence line. I'm now going to offer the window frame up and screw it in position. Okay, that was easy. Right, I'm just going to check all that for plumb and level, and then we'll fit the glass. Okay, that worked out quite nicely. Literally, everything was so nice and level and plumb. I just had to put one packer in there. And that's all good. So I'll go get the frame, the windows on frames. There's one there. There's one here.
Can you use this for metal, or can I use this for a little bit of wood?
Well, no chance because I'm currently.
Do you want me to help you?
No, I must be able to do this on my own. Yes, use it now. Okay, so as you see from that quick demonstration with Sharon, the window's all good. I was just commenting there's a little bit of flex up there, but she forgot to get the expanded foam, so once that's all foamed in, that'd be nice. Happy days. Okay, so we've just fitted that window. We've just been discussing with Sharon and Jason about this other window. So, there's been a slight cock up with the measurement. That opening is 10mm smaller than the window, but I think I can get it in there with a bit of jiggling. So, space. Right, I'm going to film this just in case it goes wrong. And just to confirm with the clients, I have said if anything goes wrong and it smashes their beautiful treads and risers, not my problem.
Why would it jump? I'm cold.
that was 15 minutes nearly to get that out. That was quite laborious. I couldn't get the purchase or leverage, and obviously having to hold on for dear life made it extremely difficult. But that's that done. What I've got to do now is just grind up the sides just to give us a couple of mil play, get it all prepped, and then we'll be ready to offer the window up. So we'll do that now.